Hello anyone, welcome back to Three Houses, where I am still emotional, still thirsty, and it's still almost midnight on a day before I have to drive for many hours, so this is all in all a stupid idea, but it's what I've left myself with. So we're gonna have to do it. I really don't care about them, so I'm not gonna bother. I know it's bad, but you know. So, we're gonna do the traditional explore and see what everyone has to say this month.
Nah. Doesn't matter how sturdy the keep. If the commander defending it is incompetent, it can fall as easy as anything. That's what they say, at least. I wonder if that applies to Fort Mercius. All I know is, if I was the Emperor, I'd never in a million years assign an incompetent commander to a fort as important as that one.
Which I assume means that she assigned an incompetent commander. At least I hope so.
Right.
My mic is still being a bit weird, I hope it won't be an issue. Well, it probably won't be an issue for you guys, it'll just mean a lot more editing for me if it keeps spiking like this. So, you know, fun. Where is everyone? Anyway, I've been talking to my friend about what happened to Dimitri.
Fort Mercius is old and strong. Its reputation for durability is equal to that of Aryan Road. Are we really going to leave this to Claude, with a plan concocted by Hilda of all people?
I like both of them far more than you, so yes.
I would like to, but I am always troubled by how secretively that man devises his schemes. Let us hope the end result is not too outlandish.
Well, I guess we'll find out. Anyway, Dimitri. Like, why did they bother bringing him back for this route?
Definitely.
They bring him here, he wants to kill everyone, and then they randomly kill him off screen? Like, you could just have had one of us kill him and not have him wander off and get killed. Unless he's still alive, but the whole thing with Didier made me really think he's not, so what was the point?
After that great battle earlier, the balance of power in Fodlan has shifted greatly. To get revenge for all our fallen friends, we'll have to stake our lives on the fight that lies before us.
Oh, this is all depressing.
Pardon me.
I'm so tired. Oh, not the Death Knight again.
Ah, Professor, I have a question for you. Have you heard of the Death Knight?
Yes.
I'm referring to that Imperial general who has been operating under that moniker.
Yeah, I know who he is.
Nothing is certain yet, but I get the feeling we'll have to face him soon enough.
Oh, good! That's gonna be wonderful! Yay! See how happy I am about this development.
I never used to care whether I lived or died, but after seeing so much death firsthand, I now realize how precious life truly is. I'm ashamed of how arrogant I was to think that death could mean so little.
Oh, this is all so depressing.
Wow, I hardly recognize everyone. Their faces have changed so much. More experience in the eyes, and more pain. I'm glad that they're stronger, but I hate to think they've all become hardened killers. Look after them, okay? Try to keep them on the straight and narrow.
I'm doing my best, but it's really not making it easy.
You know when you work your muscles and they start screaming? That means you gotta be nice to them. If your muscles are hungry, you gotta feed them. And let them rest when they're tired. Of course! If my muscles hurt, then I hurt. If they're hungry, well then I'm hungry too. What's with the confused face, Professor? You look like you don't get a word I'm saying.
I do, I'm just interested that that's what you're thinking about after our friends died.
Professor, standing face to face with those whom I went to school with. On the field of battle. How inhuman war is. How horrifying. My heart feels shattered.
Same.
It is my hope that this war marks the end of such foolish behavior.
Oh, I'm sure it won't, but it's a nice thought. Ugh, microphone, why? Don't know what's going on with it today.
Claude takes care of the strategy, you direct the troops, and the rest of us focus on the fighting. As long as the system keeps working, we can win any battle, no matter the odds. That's what everyone's saying, anyway. Hope you can keep up with our expectations, Professor.
Because that's not putting pressure on me at all.
Hey!
Hey there! We merchants of the Alliance territories were excited to hear of your victory in the last battle. We don't much like the prospect of doing business under the heel of the Empire. The Alliance is what we know and love. But more than that, it's low on regulations, which is great for business. Please keep up the good work, Professor. The merchants of the world are on your side.
That's great and all, but it also makes me think you guys are doing some shady stuff.
Greetings, Professor. Nothing to report.
Is it true that we'll be assaulting Fort Mercius next? That doesn't sound like the brightest idea.
No, but it's gotta be
I've
done.
heard that it's built to withstand an attack from even the largest of armies. And not to tell you how to do your job, but don't do it. I'm not ready to say my final goodbyes to everyone.
Neither am I, random gatekeeper. Neither am I. Don't really care about Sylvain, but maybe I'll have an opinion on Dimitri being dead eat tree. It's not a good joke, but it's what I've got.
So, you know, Professor, laying siege to a keep is like asking a girl out on a date.
Oh, I regret this already.
First, you get past her defenses, then you make your move.
You suck.
Trust me, I know girls, I mean. Anyway, you know...
Goodbye. Man, everyone is upstairs today.
As I suspected, they seem to be supporting the Imperial Army now, though I don't quite know who they are yet. Nor do I know what tricks they'll use against us next. We can't afford to let our guard down.
No, we can't. Lonku Fire Emblems was lying on my recording box again earlier, so I'm hoping he's not broken anything.
The battle at Gronder Field was gruesome, wasn't it?
Yeah.
But perhaps it's irresponsible to look away, to close our eyes to the horrors of war.
You're probably right.
As survivors, we must ensure that all these lives were not lost in vain. We must see the tragic foundations upon which we'll build our future.
Your portrait looks far too happy for that.
May an age of peace rise from the ashes, so that all this sacrifice means something.
I really hope it will.
Each step closer to Enbar, I'm reminded of another part of my past. Riches and poverty, glory and failure. That city has it all. And if I'm honest, sometimes I miss it. That's how the past works, though, isn't it? It's always a different story than what you really lived.
Fort Mercius is the Empire's single most fortified military installation. Utterly impregnable, they say. I wonder, do you happen to know the nickname given to Fort Mercius?
No, but I know I dislike those leggings.
Indeed, a very good answer. But of course, you'd know that. Seems Fodlans give everyone and everything a nickname. Why, you were called the Ashen Demon.
That's not very nice.
Myself, I have been called the Father of Crestology, which is a nickname as well as a title, I suppose.
Meh.
Let's see. Guess what I noticed? I can see further than most other people can see, but I can't figure the point of seeing further than an arrow can fly, since I can't shoot what I see.
Yeah, I suppose it could be real useful for finding Lady Rhea, too. Thanks, Professor. I think I...
So his character trait is long-sighted.
Some say they saw Gilbert, who used to serve in the Knights of Seros, at Gronder. Apparently, he was originally a Knight of the Kingdom, who served Prince Dimitri. He was an exceptional knight. I wish I could have fought by his side.
I hear he's around on Dimitri's route, Gilbert, so I guess he left the Knights of Seros after the war.
Fort Mercius
Buddy.
is a keep that was constructed to defend the imperial capital, Enbar. We cannot enter the capital without first capturing that fort. But once we have it, the city should be almost entirely at our mercy. Whatever strategy you have in mind, I have faith that it will lead to victory.
Thanks, Sutith. I'm glad someone believes in me.
Let's see.
I still don't know my way around here. Oops. I'm just gonna teleport, it's easier. You guys outside. Yeah, you're over here.
Please tell Claude not to give us any more ridiculous orders. I've reached out through all of my channels, but there are limits to these things. I'll have to recruit an entire town's worth of people if I ever plan on making enough Imperial uniforms.
Yeah, I like Claude more than
Hilda's
you.
quite a tactician, disguising ourselves as enemy soldiers to sneak in undetected. A stroke of brilliance. With this strategy, we can really snatch victory from the jaws of deceit.
That's a bad pun.
Ah, rats! You've seen through my cunning punning.
Normally I'd be pleased, but it's now after midnight and I'm just grumpy. Welcome to the other side of CA, everyone. I want to sleep, but I want to play.
I wonder how far we can get with this plan. Dressing up like Imperial soldiers to sneak in. Claude said it could use some refinement. Any ideas?
No. Dress Claude as a woman.
Claude dressed as a woman? I don't understand what the point of that would be.
Me neither.
On second thought, let's just stick to the plan as originally conceived. That seems safer.
Each time we take a step forward, more blood is spilled. But by spilling that blood, we're able to take yet another step forward. War is always a cruel affair. But luckily, we have each other to lean on. We've steeled our hearts. We won't be broken.
I wonder if we're pushing them too hard. I'm glad we have them.
I couldn't agree more. Without them, we could never have made it this far. Oh, and about taking the fort, I'll need a tad more time to prepare our plan. It's called an impregnable fortress for a reason, after all. My contingencies need contingencies this time, or we may not pull it off.
Wonderful. Now I think that's everyone, so I'm gonna go use up my activity points real quick, and then I'll be back. Brief interlude here. I went off to check my audio because my mic was being weird, and I think I've solved the problem now. Hopefully I have. Apologies for the beginning of this episode and probably the end of last episode being a bit messed up on audio quality. Yeah, I think I've got it sorted now. Put it down to me being tired. Yeah. Getting on with things. Good grief, you can tell it's almost half midnight. Ooh, support. It's Manuela. I guess I should.
Professor, a pleasure to see you. I've never been... While I'm at it, may I confess something to you too? I realize what a burden I've been. On you, I mean. After every breakup, I neglect my work. And I know how that affects you. I'm completely worthless as a woman. Can you imagine how that feels? Oh, I'm going to be single for the rest of my life. I just know it.
Relatable.
You think so too, don't you? Really? So maybe there's still hope for me. Who am I kidding? I've known for years how hopeless I am. What's wrong with me? It's not my looks. I'm still gorgeous. Or am I? Be honest, do I look old? No, not possible. I'm the songstress who swept the Empire off its feet. Men professed their love for me hourly. It can't be my looks. I knew I was right. I'd be in real trouble if I weren't this beautiful. Oh no. If the problem isn't my looks, and they are not the problem, then it must be... what? My personality?
Yeah, kind of think it might be.
I know you're trying to find a way to say it gently, but you think there's a problem, don't you? I suppose I can be a bit unkempt. I do have a short temper, and I may be a little lazy, sometimes. But I've always heard fellas, you know, like a woman with a few flaws. Seems to me there are plenty of flawed girls who have landed themselves a good man. So maybe my trouble is I'm not imperfect enough. Do you think I could use a few more flaws? Why? Do you think I'm flawed enough already?
Is it over now? Yeah. Nice. No offense, Manuela, but I don't really care. Okay, so what I'm doing here is basically skipping over a bit quicker, just so I can get through the rest of the game tonight. Or this morning, I guess it would be. Because I really want to finish this. So here we go.
I delivered our letter to Fort Mercius. I don't think they suspected anything.
I knew I was right to entrust that task to you. You've got that honest kind of face that makes it easy to fool people.
Is that meant to be a compliment?
What did you write in the letter?
I informed them that reinforcements were on the way. It would have been suspicious for troops to show up unannounced.
So, the plan is...
We'll disguise ourselves as reinforcements from the Imperial capital and sneak into Fort Mercius.
Oh, you used my disguise plan after all.
We've also procured Imperial Army uniforms.
Ooh, good work. I knew this was the only way.
However, that alone wouldn't be enough.
You did say the plan needed a little more refinement. Are you going to dress up like Edelgard, Claude?
I hope so.
I'm not sure that would accomplish much. In the letter, I include the name of the Imperial General leading the reinforcements. While we're heading to the fort, a separate army is going to attack us.
We're going to be attacked?
That's all just for show, though. It'll be our allies who are attacking us.
Oh, good.
Oh, I get it. We're going to make it look like the Alliance is attacking Imperial reinforcements.
Right. When the troops in the fortress panic and open up the gates, we're in.
I'd love nothing more than for this plan to work, but I've got some bad news for you. Apparently, the notorious Death Knight has been placed in charge of defending Fort Mercius.
Great.
The one who kidnapped Flame. The Death Knight. I did not wish to ever think of him again.
He got some acclaim in the battle to subjugate Western Fargus. They say he holds the most military prowess in the Empire.
Even so, we've got Teach here to command us. All will be well. You have to trust us.
So your big plan is to just trust your professor? Really, boy?
Yeah.
Under the professor's guidance, I'm sure we'll manage somehow. We're counting on the tactics you learned from Captain Gerald.
Oh, heck off, Leone.
Prepare yourselves, everyone. It's time.
I become meaner when I'm tired.
Teach, this is for your ears only, but there's actually one more part to my plan. I had hoped it wouldn't come to this, but I have no choice.
No choice.
Absolutely. We can't afford to hold anything back.
I don't like where this is going, Claude.
Thanks to Edelgard's strength, the Imperial Army is more unified than I would have expected. It was a painful realization, but after our I also realized something else during that battle. There really is something special about you, Teach.
Sorry, I didn't mean to skip your dialogue there.
The reason we were all able to keep our cool in the midst of the chaos was because we all trust in you. in your command, and in your strength. Everyone here believes that we will win as long as we have you on our side. Our faith in you is borderline religious. You and I, we have what it takes to free Fodlan from the Empire's rule. I know in my heart that we'll make it through to witness the world after all the fighting has ceased.
That woman approaches.
Who are you talking about? You don't mean that professor, do you? It doesn't matter. No one could take this fortress.
Doesn't look like he got any less annoying post-time skip.
Sounds like a bother. I'll be taking a nap about now.
Oh, I like you.
Will Death's scythe claim you? Or will I fall to that sword of yours?
Yeah, you're gonna fall, I hope. I wonder if I have enough... I have C support with Linhart, don't I? Oh, I'm gonna be sad if I have to kill him. I'll just double check. Man, I can't even check now. Well, here goes.
While awaiting reinforcements, the Alliance predicts the Empire will continue to fortify its defenses at Fort Mercius. Knowing this risk, Claude and a select few advance, hoping to gain entry to the fort through deception.
Oh, I have such a bad feeling about this. Oh. Long Q Fire Emblem's the cat has fallen asleep on the back of the sofa. Normally he'd be asleep on my bed by now, but then so would I. I'm gonna regret this so much in the morning. Right, I'll do the usual checks. Let's see what we're getting into then. Wow, there's a lot going on here. We do have chests though, so... Yeah, I only have enough for one key, but that'll be fine, I guess. Here we go!
General, reinforcements have arrived from the capital. They clashed with Alliance forces in the outskirts of the city, but should enter the fortress soon.
You let them in? Make haste and slaughter them all!
Huh? Why?
They are enemies. Slaughter them all. I will not say it again.
Good to see you're still using your bad voice synthesizer.
We made it in. Professor, take control from the south. I have my own task to do from here. There are preparations to be made for our secret plan.
I see your skills haven't dulled yet, kiddo.
What did you expect? Everyone, listen up! From now on, the Elmyran forces will be fighting by our side. We'll work as one, and we will bring down that fort together!
Heck yeah! Nice! Oh, that makes me very happy.
An impregnable fortress is a wide-open prairie once you get inside. From here, we'll attack from the north and south at once.
No different than a prairie, you say? You've got a strange head on your shoulders, kiddo.
For Nadir the Undefeated, this should be as easy as a walk in a meadow, right?
Ha! Well, goddess or death god or whoever they may be, let's crush them to dust.
Shall we?
Actually, I'm going to start moving you back towards Claude.
At the ready.
Really hope Nadir doesn't die.
I fought and won. Good fuel for a scheme.
I still kind of feel like he might be Claude's dad.
Leave it to me.
And this would seem to more or less confirm my Claude is really Elmyran theory.
Steady now.
Don't know if I've mentioned that in the videos yet. I probably have.
Guide me well.
It's been too long. My brain is
What's my strategy?
somewhat fried.
Onward. I'll do my best. Let's make this quick.
My orders?
I'll crush them all.
Heck, I didn't think to check that.
Fighting wears me out.
Really should have done.
Alright, who's next?
Leonie's managed to turn into a decent unit. Wonder if Lorenz would have done if I'd had any patience for him. But I didn't, so, you know. I love how he looks in this outfit. It's so much better than his other one. I know I've checked the conditions like 5 times, but okay, we only have to defeat the commander. Then quite frankly, I'm tempted to just do that. We'd have to get enough units over there, but if we keep moving as a group, it might be doable.
For the future of Fodlan.
You're really tough.
Never let your guard down.
New strategy. Grinding is boring. Let's just try and end the battle, because I'm hecking tired. Oh, you're gonna regret that.
No time to slow down.
Too easy. I'm that much.
I'm grateful.
Yeah, I also really don't want to kill Linhardt. I like him. If he can escape with his life, that'll be great.
It won't be in vain. Can't afford to slack off.
We're going straight for Deathy McDeathface.
Sorry it's gotta be like this.
I'd rather not fight, yet avoiding it is more... I hope someday there will be no fighting and we can all just nap the afternoon away.
Aww, Linhardt. The one character I didn't want to die in this. Except Nardell, who I also really don't want to die. Oh.
Hey, how long's it been? 5 years? Who'd have thought you'd end up an Imperial General?
This seems too easy.
So, you wish to die?
Not really, no.
As antisocial and unhinged as ever, I see.
Nice.
If you desire to slay me, follow. The appointed hour is at hand.
What now?
He's hiding something. It's annoying to do what he's telling us to, but we don't really have a choice. After him.
Well, that wasn't difficult. Oh, I did basically nothing that whole battle.
It is now, or all of you will die.
Great!
Run! We have to evacuate immediately!
Since when have we had...
What just happened here? The fort. It's just gone.
Huh? Since when have we had airborne missiles in Fire Emblem? I hope everyone's alive.
Hey, kiddo, what was with that javelin of light?
Javelin of light. Well, that describes it pretty well. The fortress was supposedly impregnable, but look at it now. It's hard to imagine that the Empire would do something like that. But if not them, then who? And for what purpose? If they wanted to kill us, then why wait until now to use it?
We almost died just now, and without an answer to any of that. Speaking of unanswered questions, why is Nardell here? Care to explain? I get the feeling there's something you two are keeping from us.
I'll go ahead and see my subordinates off to Elmira, kiddo.
Wait, Nadir! Are you really just gonna leave me here and run away?
I hope to see you again, Judith. And you too, Professor. I'll be praying for your safety.
Nadir, are you saying that Nardell is actually Nadir the Unstoppable?
Unstoppable?
It's actually Nadir the Undefeated. Almirans love grand titles.
I knew he was no ordinary person, but to think he was the great hero of Elmira.
Hey, can we really afford to be chatting right now? If another one of those javelins of light falls, we're all dead.
Claude, there are things I wish to ask you, but first we must hurry and withdraw.
Right you are. Come on, everyone. Let's hurry up and get out of here.
That's not reassuring. If Claude doesn't think it's the Empire...
Claude, it is time for you to explain. Why are you so close with an Almiran general?
Because it's his dad.
Well, he did quite a bit for me when I was younger.
When you were younger? So, before you joined House Regan? How and where did you meet him? There aren't many opportunities to meet a general from Almira in Fodlan.
If that's what you believe, it's only because that's what you've been led to believe. After all, we have Cyril here among our allies, and he was born in Elmira.
Hey now, don't drag me into this.
There's a big, wide world outside of Fodlan, and it's overflowing with different places and cultures. You think interacting with outsiders is odd, but isn't avoiding contact with the outside world far more unnatural?
Don't change the subject, Claude. To the people of the Alliance, the Almirans are...
It's true that there's a history of hostility, but why should that mean we're doomed to remain hostile forever? The Almirans aren't monsters. Just look at Cyril. Does he look like a monster to you?
Hey, what's that supposed to mean?
Right, Teach? What did you think when you met Nadir?
He's a reliable general.
I'll tell him you said that. And I'm sure that if all of you got to know him, all of your preconceived notions would change too. I know you guys, and you aren't the type of people to reject someone without trying to get to know them.
Kind of feels like Lorenzo's, but put a pin in that.
But how did those Almirans even get past Fodlan's throat? I doubt my brother would just let them pass without saying anything.
Yeah, about that. I actually made sure your brother met Nadir in advance.
What? Lord Holst met with an Almiran general?
Oh, so that's why you were so interested in my brother. But wait, they're supposed to be bitter enemies. They've fought each other several times before.
I know, it was a big gamble. But rather than having me try to convince them myself, I knew it would be easier to just have them meet. They were taken aback at first, but sure enough, they hit it off. They were even drinking to their newfound brotherhood before parting.
It makes sense. If you take the greatest heroes away from the battlefield, of course they'll get along.
fighting one minute and drinking together the next? Men are so weird.
Ultimately, someone's bloodline has nothing to do with the friendships they forge. Relations between the Alliance and Elmyra is a matter we'll tackle in the future. Still, I want to take this opportunity to make one thing clear to all of you. After we defeat the Empire, I intend to tear down the walls that separate Fodlan from the outside world. I want to let people and goods come and go freely, and in doing so, eradicate prejudices about the outside world.
Huh? Would it even be possible to achieve such a thing? It directly contradicts the Seros' tenets.
Does it? I'm not so sure. In any case, I'm prepared for the inevitable protests and criticism. New ways of doing things are always met with resistance. During our time at the Officers' Academy, all of you overcame the barriers of birthplace, status, and ideology. Having gone through so much with all of you, I have no doubt that, in time, you'll understand.
I guess there were a lot of different people there. People we wouldn't have met through the normal course of our lives.
Dusker once opposed the kingdom, but there was someone from Dusker there. Brigid once invaded the Empire, but the Brigid princess was there. We ate at the same table as those people. Sure, sometimes we didn't get along, but other times we helped each other out. Can we really draw a definitive line in the sand and say one group of people is all good and another all bad? If I can realize my dream, Fodlan will be reborn. The old age will end, and we'll welcome a new dawn.
But if...
Save your objections for another day, Gloucester boy.
Yeah! Other Judith doesn't like him either.
That said, there are more pressing matters to discuss. Our next step is to invade the Imperial capital, right?
That's right. I'm sure Edelgard is eagerly awaiting our arrival in Enbar. Reinforcements from the Alliance Lords should arrive soon. Let's make sure we're ready to greet them.
I'm really enjoying the message that his route is trying to get across. Because I just love the idea of breaking open the world for everyone to get rid of their prejudices.
Part 2. Verdant Wind. Garland Moon. The Chaos of War. Claude's plan to call in all Myran forces succeeds, and the Alliance army captures Fort Mercius. Before they can celebrate their victory, javelins of light rain down from the sky and destroy the fort. Forced to temporarily evacuate, the Alliance army regroups at Garreg Mach until it is ready to march on Enbar, the Imperial capital.
Lonku Fire Emblems has returned to my lap. Which means he's inevitably going to get in the way of gameplay, but he's too soft for me to be angry. I wonder if this is the last chapter then. It feels like it ought to be.
It's almost time to invade the Imperial capital. We still don't know where Rhea is, but if she's alive, she's likely in Enbar. Hopefully we manage to find her without too much trouble.
I wonder if she's alive.
If the Empire has some reason to keep Rhea alive, then she's alive. I'm sure you must be anxious to see her again.
Not really. She's not all I care about.
I understand. You need to see Rhea again so you can figure out who you really are.
Yep.
But we're going up against Edelgard here. It won't be so simple.
Our next stop is the Imperial capital. We've sure come a long way.
What are you talking about? This is Garreg Mach. It's where we started.
I didn't mean literally, Raphael. I was speaking symbolically.
My earnest desire to protect the Alliance has carried me this far. It will not fail me. I am sure the rest of you all have your own reasons to fight as well. Of course, I understand that the fight will not end until we defeat the Empire. And now the time has arrived at long last to march on the Imperial capital and defeat the Emperor.
It really gets you thinking, doesn't it? We all come from different places and have different goals and dreams. But thanks to those two, we were all able to come together and overcome all sorts of challenges. You are referring to Claude and the Professor, I assume? Even within our own odd group, those two are particularly unusual. Oh, so you are aware that you're odd. Well, it was simply a figure of speech. I am speaking about Claude and the Professor right now.
They're like the wind and the trees.
Huh? Claude and the Professor are? What does that even mean? And who is which?
Yeah, I'd actually like to know that.
Oh, I was just thinking that if we're the birds, then those two are like the trees and the wind. The Professor is a great tree that kindly embraces us and watches over us as we perch on its branches.
Yeah, I'll be a tree.
And Claude is like the wind, pushing us forward as we soar across the open sky.
Not the worst thing I've ever been called.
The metaphor about the Professor is solid, but I think Claude just blows us around on a whim. Still, we owe him a lot.
I think that's beautiful, Marianne. I can really picture it. When this war is over, I'd love to paint a picture of those two. Oh, and of all the people we've fought with as well.
You mean like a historical painting? I like that. Maybe our descendants will look at it a long, long time from now.
I must say, that piques my interest. I look forward to seeing how you portray my valiant efforts.
Ignatz, if you paint us, please paint him with his old haircut and preferably a big red X through his face. I know I'm extra mean to Lorenz, but it's 1 in the morning and I really dislike him still.
When you put it that way, we may be witnessing one of the greatest events in Fodlan's history. It's a lot of pressure, but the sense of duty I feel is even stronger than the fear.
I'm just happy to be here with all you. I won't get scared, no matter what we face.
We have our goal. Enbar, the Imperial capital. Let's get to work.
No, I guess I've given everyone flowers until now. I don't particularly want to make him like me, but, you know. Right, time for our conversations with everyone, and then I'll probably skip through the month a bit like I did before. Because, as I said, it's 1 in the morning, I have a really long journey tomorrow. And staying safe while driving is obviously a lot more important than a video game, so as much as I really want to enjoy this, I am going to have to cut it a little bit fine.
If we can win this war, then Claude will be the king of Fodlan, and maybe he'll tear down the wall that separates Fodlan from the outside world.
Perhaps he will.
I know it's hard to imagine, but I really hope he does. It would be so much better if people could live together instead of apart.
I agree.
I might even be able to live an ordinary life in the world Claude envisions.
I didn't even think about the fact that, yeah, he's gonna technically rule all of Fodlan.
That Nardell guy, or Nader, I suppose. It was all some trick, and we fell for it. I don't think the nickname The Undefeated applies if he flees from us.
Videoly reminder that those leggings are bad.
Though, maybe he only got that name by running away. Can't be defeated if you run off, right?
So glad she's not dead.
In the opera, actors came and went all the time, but the people behind the scenes would stay forever. I'll bet I'd know a few of them now, even after all these years. I wonder if they've left the capital. I certainly hope so.
I love this game, and I both don't want it to end, but I'm looking forward to it being over because my emotions, dear lord.
We're heading up to Embar next. I hope I make it back safe so I can tell my little sis about it. I hear they got a neat opera house there, where Manuela used to perform. What was it called again?
I think it was Mittelfrank.
Ha! That's the one.
Yeah.
My little sis always goes on about how much she'd like to see him perform. I know we can't see a show, but do you think we could at least see the building?
Mm.
Huh? Just recently, the fish in the pond suddenly started thrashing around like mad. I didn't know what was going on. And then I saw something gleaming in the southeastern sky. It happened right when you were out on campaign. I wonder what it could have been.
So the fish didn't like the bomb or whatever it was.
Right.
Well, I didn't either, if that makes you feel any better.
So, Enbar, the capital of the Empire. It's finally time. I never thought I'd live this long. It's like any battle, really. Stay calm, stay focused. Hey, I'm always serious when I'm striking down...
Go away. You annoyance.
Okay. Looks like we're nearing the end of this struggle. I'm sure Lady Rhea is on tenterhooks waiting for me to swoop in and rescue her.
Yeah, probably.
I was just kidding. Pay me no mind.
I would prefer to pay Rhea no mind,
Lady
but...
Rhea's not waiting for me, I know. No matter how much I might wish she were. She's waiting for you.
Yeah, it's probably true.
10 years ago, Dagda and Bridget attacked the Empire from the west. Their final target was the capital, but they were countered at a port town long before they reached their destination. I guess our attempt has been more successful than theirs, all things considered.
Wonderful.
Professor, we're about to put the finishing touches on this war. I wonder how Fodlan will look without the backdrop of death and destruction. I can't wait to see it. On the other hand, I'm terrified of what the future might hold. Who knows if I'll survive the assault on the capital?
This really must be the last chapter, I think.
Invading the capital and smashing the Empire. I wonder if doing so could really end this war. Care to share your thoughts, Professor?
I hope it'll end the war.
You say that with such confidence. I want to believe that it's true. Although for now, better to focus my efforts on the fight at hand.
Yeah. It's not a very eloquent reply, but it's what I've got. I say yeah.
Oh my. With the Empire destroyed, the borders within Fodlan will likely become a thing of the past. With that, the rules of trade will change. Personally, I'm excited to see what these changes will bring.
Good. I'm glad that you are. Never noticed that before. Oh, that's Claude. I'll come back to him later.
Please.
Yes. I was taught from a young age to believe that the creed of Seros was just the way of the world. To question it never even occurred to me. But Claude and Edelgard are different. They challenge the common wisdom, even defy it. It is uncomfortable to discard familiar assumptions, but that is an essential quality of the visionary. Indeed, true greatness must lie beyond common sense. That's good. I should write that down.
Maybe you should. It must be really difficult, to be fair, if you've been raised with the world so certain a way, and then someone tears it down. Even if it's for the better, it can't be easy.
There are all kinds of rumors about you spreading through the Alliance. Some say you're the new embodiment of Saint Seros herself.
If we could not associate me too much with Rhea, that'd be great. I know you won't like to do that, but you know.
Claude's popularity has certainly risen too. Somewhat.
Oh, Claude's far more fun than I am. Pay more attention to Claude. He deserves it.
Did you know? A magnificent canal flows through downtown Enbar.
I love how all these people are basically giving me sightseeing tips.
It's said to have been constructed under the guidance of Saint Seros before the Empire was even formed.
That's interesting.
Ever since, that canal has been a major lifeline for the capital's development. And now this is how the Empire repays it. Truly, no good deed goes unpunished.
It's very likely that Lady Rhea is confined in the Imperial Palace. If so, then our strategy will be to gain control of the streets, and then assault the castle. A street battle followed by a castle invasion. It's just one battle after another. It'll be tough, but we have to win. For Lady Rhea.
So are we going to actually have 2 battles?
I was born in Enbar. My mother and father met in a church there. Not too long after, I was brought into the world. I do not understand how war can happen in such a precious place. It is most regrettable.
Wars tend to be regrettable.
Enbar's streets are paved with unhappy memories, Professor. I've avoided the damned place ever since I abandoned my nobility. Swore never to return.
That's interesting.
Now here we are. To return in this manner. Well, I can't say it is something I ever imagined.
We're finally going to the capital. This will be my chance to avenge Captain Gerald. Once we smash the Empire, I'm sure his soul will finally be able to rest in peace.
I'm gonna disagree just because I can.
Monica killed Captain Gerald for the Flame Emperor, and the Flame Emperor was Edelgard.
Yes, I'm very well aware of that.
I know that the future of all Fodlan rests on this battle. Nothing else is more important. But for me, this is personal. For Captain Gerald's sake, I'm going to give it all I've got and more.
I really wish her personality had more than one note, which is caring about my dad way too much.
Rhea will be somewhere in the city. I wonder if she can sense us coming. If we are able to save her, then I expect you will learn many secrets that have hitherto been kept from you.
I really hope that we actually do, and they're not just teasing.
Are you prepared for that?
Sure.
Excellent. The battle will soon be upon us. Let us both be at our best for what is to come.
I'll try, Seteth. I love you. Oh, someone's on the 3rd floor. Cyril, probably. And Hilda. I really hope that none of the allies die in the final battle.
Whenever I think about how we'll be seeing Lady Rhea real soon, I get happy and really get cleaning. We'll get there for sure, right? We'll see her again?
Sure.
I just gotta believe Lady Rhea is waiting for us in the capital. We just have to find her.
Oh, I'm so worried things are gonna end badly.
Fighting in the capital? Ugh. And we're fighting against Edelgard. Double ugh. But with you leading us, Professor, I know we'll win. Yeah! Woohoo! Fighting! I'm a little scared, to be honest. I'm just shouting to relieve the tension, but I'll be fine.
Oh, I'm sorry I ever disliked you, Hilda.
Here we are, facing the final battle with the Empire. It's been a long, difficult struggle. We have to get Lady Rhea back. And we have to crush the Empire in the name of Captain Gerald. I don't know what comes next, but we can sort out those details later.
It's somehow less irritating coming from him.
Professor! Yeah.
Oh my.
Right, where was Claude again? Amiibo Gazebo! How have I never seen that wonderful name before? Amiibo Gazebo! I love it! Anyway.
My friend, the reinforcements the Lord sent are finally gathering. Truth be told, Fort Merceus would have made for a better base of operation. But that weird pillar of light changes things. It's pretty scary, honestly. I wonder what it is.
So do I. I wonder if they're going to explain that. Well, it wasn't natural. Could be the rage of the goddess, but I don't think so. Some kind of magic?
Makes sense. But whatever it was, I've never seen destructive power quite like it. I wonder where it came from. Well, I guess pondering it is a waste of energy for now. Let's just get ready to move out. The capital is Edelgard's domain, so she has the advantage. It's going to be a tough battle.
Oh, I love you, Claude.
I see.
Oh, I can't invite you to tea. Well, time to use up my activity points. I'll be back soon. It just occurred to me that we still don't know who the Death Knight is. I really hope they're actually going to tell us that sometime. But for now, Seteth and Flane, here we go.
Flane.
Here to pester me, brother?
No, I think I'm the one who ought to be pestered.
Regardless of what I say to you, it is not as though it has any effect in reducing your worry over me.
That is true. No matter where you are, and no matter what you're doing, I will always worry. But that's only because I treasure you so very much. Please understand, I'm not trying to hurt you.
Of that I am well aware. I am touched that you care so deeply. When I think of it, it is my own fault that you have become so overprotective. I cannot blame you.
No, the fault is entirely mine. You were still so young. I placed far too much strain on you, and our lack of resources was no excuse. Worse, I failed to watch you during the battle. Your mother, too. We lost her because of me. Afterward, it broke my heart to see how much you would need to rest just to survive. I swore that I would dedicate every moment remaining in my life to your protection.
Ever since then, I have been afraid of falling asleep. My fear of sleeping is outmatched only by my fear of spending my life alone. Even if it cannot last, I want to live among my peers as one of them, as an ordinary person. Similar to how you and Mother coexisted with your own comrades back then, fighting side by side.
Quite right. I know you must leave the nest someday. No matter how many ages our lives may span, I know that's the way of it.
Father.
Don't.
Nobody is listening, Father. Let me address you as such just this once. I have valued the quiet days you and I have spent alone together, but I am no longer a child. Just as you and Mother met one another, and eventually I was brought into the world, I
know. Please, no more. No matter what happens, you are my daughter. It gives me great joy to see you grow. But please, at least until this war is over, let me continue to worry. You're the most precious person in my life. I can't bear the thought of losing you.
It seems I have no choice in the matter. I shall allow you to worry about me enough for yourself and Mother both. But only that much and no more, my dear Father Keyhole.
Thank you, Sethlene.
And there it is. I've known it was confirmed for a while, because my friend adores Seteth and has been googling him. But it's nice that the theory was correct. Oh, I love him, and I like Flane as well. Right, I'm gonna try and skip ahead as much as I can to the battle. Because, you know, I would like to sleep, but emotions. Right, here we are everyone. The last day before potentially the final battle. Which I'm gonna go straight into, basically. It's time. It could be time to end it. We'll see. Really not sure how to feel about this. At least my recording seems to be working.
After making preparations at Garreg Mach, the Alliance army marches to Enbar, the Imperial capital. In response to the Alliance's movements, Emperor Edelgard orders her trusted retainer, Hubert, as well as the Death Knight, to the front lines to meet the Alliance army head-on. The two forces clash in the city streets.
Great. Maybe this will give us more Death Knight info. We still don't really know more than it might be Juritsa.
There it is. Enbar. The Imperial capital and the largest city in all of Fodlan.
It's not just big. This city was designed to protect the castle where the Emperor lives. It's as though the city itself is a massive stronghold.
And the citizens?
They surely noticed us approaching some time ago, and yet...
Our scouts confirm the citizens haven't been evacuated. They're being kept in town.
I've got to hand it to Her Imperial Majesty. Using her citizens as a shield to protect the castle takes some resolve.
Yeah, that's pretty awful.
I suspect those mages will be lurking within as well.
Troops deployed to other areas are also returning.
If we don't conquer the city quickly, things will get complicated fast.
Oh, I don't care.
We can't search until we conquer the city. Let's focus on the fight for now.
Sensible.
Lady Rhea, please be safe.
Meh.
We've kept the Empire waiting long enough. Onward!
Well, this should be fun. I wonder if this is just going to be a two-phase battle. Or if it's going to be... I don't know. I'm too tired to theorize. Or am I? I guess we'll find out. Lonku Fire Emblems is now asleep on me. Specifically on my left arm. And my arm is getting very sweaty. Like, I love him, but he's so warm. Alright, let's see what we've got. Defeat the enemy commanders. Ah! Keep pressing that. Where are they? We've got Deathy McDeathface. And where's Hubie? There's Hubie. So I want a team over here to send off to Hubie, and a team over here to send off to Deathy. Ignatz is going to go over here because I need a healer on both sides, and he's probably one of my better ones. Let's go with that. Right, here we go.
We were told Hubert would be leading the enemy forces, but the Death Knight's also with them. We'll have to take care of both of them, but we won't have time to mop up all the enemy units.
Nope.
We'll have to split up and take them on at the same time, or risk being overrun by their reinforcements.
Well, the game's already split us up, so part 1 complete.
It's here! The Crest of Flames banner! There, on the other side of the canal!
Uninvited guests, I see. Let's ensure they receive a warm welcome. Ready the artillery. Prepare to attack. Rocks, arrows, magic. Rain death upon the enemy until they are silent as the grave. Reinforcements will fly in shortly. Defend the heavy weapons until they arrive.
Yeah, he's as intense as ever, I see.
You got yourself killed. I'm that much...
Shall we?
Leave it to me.
My orders? What's my strategy?
I'll do my best. Let's make this quick. We've got no time for mercy.
Guide me well.
I'll crush them all.
Steady now.
Onward.
I'm literally just going to ignore this thing and head straight over to Deathy McDeathface.
I'll try.
Oh, did you get injured?
I think I really...
Hopefully I'm not missing anything too important when I'm skipping, but...
I believe...
Ooh, Flane's taking some hits.
Now to...
Here goes then. Ooh, that's a risky little game. And his hit rate is pretty terrible, so maybe let's just not do that. Is it gonna have to be me? I do seem to stand the best chance. Darn it. That's not good.
Shall we? Don't get used to this.
What is the music doing? I have the volume on my TV quite low because it is 1 AM and I have neighbours, you know, but it's an experience, that's for sure.
I'll never back down.
Fine work.
Our first wave of reinforcements is here.
Reinforcements? We'll have to capture the artillery.
Ignat's turned into a pretty good unit in the end of the game. He's doing well.
So close.
Here we go again. My hit rates are so bad. But at least we're getting somewhere. I think that's too big a risk.
A fitting outcome.
Did she just support with the Death Knight? I assume that that was actually Aurora, but it's pretty funny that she had the hearts there.
Still in it.
No, that won't work.
No chance.
Way. One down.
To die. To know one without the other would be maddening.
Great. Well done, Hilda. Proud of you.
Not quite what I'd hoped for.
Okay. Just Hubert left to deal with.
We are taking heavy losses. We need more troops.
No, you don't. Let's just say that you don't. Right, advanced team. Time to get moving again.
No time to slow down. I spot.
I wasn't about to let you go.
So steadfast.
We're not making great progress here, not gonna lie. I had hoped that we'd be moving...
It's almost a shame to kill you. Not even death will make you consequential.
Anyway, I was hoping that we'll be moving a bit quicker than we are. But it is what it is.
I've been...
Darn it, Ignatz is out. He was actually being really helpful.
No strength left.
That was a team effort.
It's a bad time to die. Lament your weakness.
Love you, Seteth. Okay, that's a river. Unhelpful. How do I get through here then? I guess I have to go around.
It's done.
We have reinforcements coming in.
You quit getting reinforcements, that's really unhelpful of you, Hubie.
You're not alone.
Oh, Setith.
I am sorry.
The strategy
There's more to be done.
is perhaps not the smartest in the world, but you know, it's what we're running with right now.
No time to slow down. I'm impressed.
I'm hurt, but I'm with you. Still in it.
Lots of potion use this turn. Lots of stress this turn. Oh hell, I really need Marianne to survive.
Seems
No! Oh, that's really bad.
I won't run.
We're in a bad place now, folks.
Can't give up yet.
At the ready.
Okay, we're weakening him.
Let's think about this.
Leave it to me.
If I can just finish off Hubie, we'll be fine. I'm just worried about whether that'll be possible or not. Oh, that's bad. That's bad too. And that. Oh, that was a lot of bad.
It's over, lapdog. Your military rule is at its end.
For every step you take along that path, our thorns will cut into your heels.
Dramatic.
Ooh, that sounds painful. I'll have to wear thicker soles for the march.
If your boots are too heavy, you won't be able to lift your feet. But enough prattle.
If you two are done flirting. Finally.
We must place our faith in Her Majesty. Her victory is everything.
Well, that happened.
Well done, everyone. Now we can break through into Anbar.
If this is a phase 2, I'm done for.
We need to hurry up and attack the palace to block Edelgard's movements.
If it's another battle, I'll be fine. If I get my troops back. Okay, stage complete. That's hopeful. Oh, it's almost 2 AM.
we've made it this far. Somehow. Edelgard is probably looking down on us from somewhere in that castle.
I wonder if she's panicking, or just smiling smugly.
From this point on, she'll be giving it her all too. Expect her to be tougher than the last time we fought. This battle will settle things once and for all. We'll attack as soon as everyone is ready.
Am I ready?
Huh? Is that you, Dedue?
Oh, hello.
I heard the Alliance's army had entered the city. I've been searching for you ever since.
How long have you been here? Hang on, Lonk's eating something he shouldn't be. I should check on that. Cat drool everywhere. Anyway. Well, we know what he's doing here. How long's he been here?
I arrived not long after the battle at Gronder Field. I am here to kill Edelgard.
Yeah, I figured.
Well, if you want to fight alongside us, we'd be more than happy to have you.
We fight for different objectives. I swore to offer Edelgard's head to His Highness. But, should I fail, I will have no choice but to entrust that mission to you. This is the information I have gathered during my time in hiding here. It includes details about the inside of the castle.
That's handy.
I appreciate this, but what do you plan to do? Don't tell me you plan to go alone.
I've done what I came here to do. Farewell.
Oh.
Hey! Wait! He's gone. He's just as hard to understand as his liege was.
I think Dimitri was worse.
The time has finally come, my friend. Once we win this fight, the Empire will fall.
What will we do about Fodlan?
The subject is heavy on my mind. Odd as it sounds, I believe the forces responsible for destroying Fodlan are also responsible for protecting the livelihood of its citizens. Everything, even the land itself, has been harmed by the chaos of war. Restoring it will be no easy feat. To do that, the first thing we need to think about is a new ruling system for all of Fodlan.
Alliance Lords could divide the territory. No, we've got to unify as one nation.
As usual, we're on the same page. I was thinking the same thing. Even if the Alliance Lords and any remaining influential nobles were to divide up dominion of all of Fodlan, they would simply pursue their own interests. Another war would be inevitable.
Yep.
That's why there needs to be a powerful ruler who stands above them all and unifies Fodlan as one nation.
You're going to suggest me, aren't you? Claude, I want him to be the ruler.
If it means I can lead Fodlan to a better future, I wouldn't mind that at all.
He has the right mindset for it, I think.
My dreams await in a future where Fodlan is no longer ravaged by war. There are things I want to see with you someday. I'll keep thinking about the best way to achieve that goal. Whatever we decide to do, we can't do it until we defeat the Empire. Fodlan can't welcome a new dawn until we win the war. Let's prepare as best we can.
I can't believe it's nearly the end. It's such a weird feeling to have come this far. What, 30-something hours?
Part 2. Verdant Wind. Garland Moon. Conclusion of the Crossing Roads.
If they send me back to the monastery, I might scream.
On the streets of the Imperial capital, Alliance forces crush Edelgard's army and take up the perimeter of the Imperial Palace. The time has come to face Emperor Edelgard and to free Rhea from her clutches.
Is everyone ready?
I think so.
The objective of this battle is to defeat Edelgard and rescue Rhea.
I wonder if Rhea can die during this battle. I assume it'll be a condition that you don't let her.
According to the information Dedue gave us, the throne room is directly north of the castle's main entrance. It's safe to assume that's where Edelgard is.
I don't want to kill Edelgard.
She's a fellow student to all of us. If there's a path that we can walk together, that would be preferable. But that all depends on Edelgard. If she won't yield, then that's that.
Very interesting that he's proposing to ally with Edelgard at this point.
If showing pity would put my allies in danger, I will not hesitate to kill her. I ask that you and everyone here prepare yourselves to do the same.
Oh, I kind of knew it was coming.
Understood. I think I speak for everyone when I say that we are prepared.
The future of the Alliance. No, of Fodlan is at stake. I have been prepared for this my whole life.
Captain Gerald taught me that indecisiveness is a weakness. One must cast aside their doubts before fighting. The lives of Lady Rhea and everyone here are more important than all else. I shall be prepared.
You know what? I wouldn't be surprised if she took one look at my overstuffed muscles and surrendered in tears then and there.
I really hope that Edelgard will yield.
Edelgard is a stubborn one. I don't think she's likely to surrender.
Goddess, please protect us.
I'll fight with all I got to save Lady Rhea.
Rescuing Lady Rhea is my dearest wish. We must prevail no matter what it takes.
In the name of the Knights of Seros, we'll bring the hammer down on the Imperial Army.
Satisfied yet, boy? Everyone made up their minds a long time ago.
Okay, let's get started. We're yours to command, my friend.
Leave it to me.
Everyone, take your positions. The battle is upon us.
Can't believe it. We're here. Are we just going straight into it then? I guess we are. Let's see what we've got then. Oh, there's Petra again. Ah! Keep pressing capture instead of zoom. Dear lord. There's Edelgard. Are these the only named characters left now? Oh, Dorothea. I legitimately forgot you were a thing. My bad. I do appreciate about all this that it's an all-female finale from the Empire's side. Well, I guess we're as prepared as we're gonna be. Here we go.
They've made it into the palace, but it's actually the perfect chance to turn the tables on them. Defeating them all will turn the tide of war instantly. Taking a risk on dragging us back from the brink is the only option. Everyone, prepare for a bitter struggle. Victory to the Adrestian Empire!
There are more enemies inside the palace than I thought. It's gonna take a lot to bring this situation under control. But if we defeat Edelgard, then victory is ours. Everyone, let's go!
We're going!
Our bashful little emperor has locked herself up behind the door of the throne room. The key should be around here somewhere. We need to find whoever's got it and take them out.
Petra by the look of it.
I'll crush them all. I won't hold back. I fight.
My orders? How about a curtsy? There's more.
Can't believe I'm finally about to finish this at 2 AM.
At the ready.
I can't be letting you pass. I will defend, and I will be killing all of you. We must clear the way forward. For every person.
See, when she says that, it does make me think that maybe Claude and Edelgard could reach
I'll do my best.
some kind of agreement, but I hate the way she's done this.
Guide me well.
I understand that she had issues going on, and I do too, and Claude does too. But was it really the way that this had to happen? Was killing everyone really the answer? Because I don't think it was.
Onward.
Strength.
Let's make this quick.
Man, my hit rate
What's
is
my
really low on her.
Professor, I have been thinking about why I came to Fodlan, to the Empire. I am here to be protecting Edelgard, and to be stopping you.
I'm sorry about that.
Leave it to me.
Because I have to do this.
Shall we? Sorry, but it's you or me.
No.
I wonder how Dedue's doing. I hope I get to see him again.
I assume he's going to turn up at some point during this battle then.
Let's think about this.
Either that or he's just gonna come out and steal the victory from all of us. Oh, my hit rates are so low. There we go. We got there.
Edelgard, I will not be keeping my promise. Give me forgiveness, please.
Still not happy about it though. I really hate having to kill these people. That can go.
We should be able to get through to the throne room now.
Yep.
Shall we?
I am sorry.
Oh, we've lost Flane. Oh well. Oh, there he is.
So close. Must press on.
I wonder if I'll be able to get Claude to talk to him then. Yeah, I can. I'll have to bear that in mind.
No time to slow down.
Exemplary.
Never let your guard down.
Infiltrators!
I must confess, I never imagined that you would be able to pursue me this far. I don't mean to belittle your skills, Professor, but you've far surpassed my expectations. Inform the troops. Destroy anyone who sets foot in the throne room.
I mean, wasn't that already what they were planning? You'd think they'd already have been planning to destroy anyone who sets foot in the throne room. Kind of seems like it would have been their plan A there. No, Surtith. My boy.
I want to... I've been defeated.
And Ignatz.
Luck wasn't with you. I cannot vanquish her alone, so I will join you in this battle. But if I fall, leave me. My only wish is for Edelgard's head.
Okay. I'm just gonna charge ahead.
Alright, who's next?
I don't think I stand too much chance of defeating all these guys, as has been made obvious by the fact that I'm just dying constantly, so, you know.
You must press on.
Should have seen that coming.
I guess it's time.
I'll cut a path for His Highness.
Positions, everyone.
Still in it.
My orders?
His Highness saved my life. I won't waste it.
Oh, did you? The time has come.
Your ideals. I understand they're not so far removed from my own. But without sufficient knowledge of this land's suffering, I can't entrust Fodlan to you.
Perhaps. I dare say it's true that I don't fully understand the history of Fodlan. Still, I've seen many things in my life. Don't worry, I'll finish the job for you.
Can't believe it was that easy. I mean, yeah, I'm on the easy difficulty, but...
It looks as though my path will end here. My teacher, claim your victory. Strike me down, you must. Even now, across this land, people are killing each other. If you do not act now, this conflict will go on forever. Your path lies across my grave. It is time for you to find the courage to walk it. If I must fall, let it be by your hand. I wanted to walk with you.
Okay. I wondered if we'd hesitate there, but I guess not. Didn't even give me a choice. Oh, I feel awful, but she was right. The fighting wouldn't stop unless she was dead. Oh, now I'm gonna cry again.
It's over. We were only able to beat her because of you. This wasn't the conclusion I had hoped for, even though Never mind. It's over now.
It is.
The important thing is that we won.
Here, boy. A letter. An Imperial General asked me to give it to you.
A letter? Let's see it. It looks like it's from Hubert, Edelgard's vassal.
If you are reading this letter, that means I have perished. As Her Majesty would never surrender to another, I can only assume she has fallen as well. It greatly pains me to think of this coming to pass. That said, as the survivors, I must ask you to settle certain affairs in our stead. You must destroy the threat that slithers in the dark. I am sure you must recall Monica and Tomas. Their allies yet live. They hold deep resentment against the children of the goddess and the people of the world. And they are biding their time until they can exact revenge. If left to their own devices, it is certain they will eventually bring unimaginable calamity and suffering to the world. I detected their sorcery when you took Fort Mercius. I have deduced the location of their stronghold, Shambhala. You will find its whereabouts enclosed. There is no question that they are the enemies of everyone in Fodlan. Do not allow yourselves to forget that. Lastly, while I cannot say she is in good health, the Archbishop resides in a secret chamber in the Imperial Palace. I have shared the location of the entrance to that secret chamber with the person to whom I have entrusted this letter. I believe that Her Majesty will be victorious. Even still, I must plan for her defeat as well. If you wish to lead this world, I challenge you to rise to the occasion and surpass my estimation of you. Such is your obligation as the victors, and the only fitting tribute to all that Lady Edelgard sacrificed.
Hubert, to leave a letter like this behind. You were a better man than I believed you to be.
Yeah.
So, Rhea is alive, and the fight isn't over yet. Those who slither in the dark. It sounds like Fodlan will never know peace unless we defeat them.
I don't want the game to end, but it's after 2 AM, darn it.
The allies of Monica and Tomas. Well, we knew about them already. I think it's safe to assume this is the same group who used Lysithea for their blood experiments. And they were also responsible for the javelins of light that destroyed the fortress.
That would make sense.
But who were these children of the goddess who they supposedly resent?
It's gonna be Rhea, Seteth Flame, and me.
There's just not enough information here. I don't suppose there's any chance that this is his idea of a prank. If so, wow, good one. Hubert, rather than writing a letter, you should have just told us before we fought.
Ugh.
Right. We still don't know for sure if this letter is telling the truth. Let's go find out.
I don't feel good about this. I knew I would have to fight them.
You have come to save me.
Oh. Hey. Oh, she has pointy ears.
Is this a dream? I have longed to see you again. All this time. Is it truly you? Claude, I can see you have grown into a reliable young man. Thank you for supporting the professor. And for rescuing me. Surely the protection of the goddess has...
Wait, Rhea. What do you know about the children of the goddess?
Children of... What is this about?
Forgive my bluntness. Someone from the Empire filled us in on a few things. I know it must be painful for us to ask you difficult questions after such an arduous confinement. But we have no choice. We must defeat a secret enemy. Those who slither in the dark. Do you know about them?
Those who slither in the dark.
Apparently, they resent the children of the goddess and the people of the world, and are planning something big, something terrible. They use blood for their wicked magic and are capable of dropping javelins of light from the sky, which are powerful enough to crush a fortress. If you can think of anything at all, please tell us now. We need to know as much as possible about these enemies in order to stop them. This is the critical moment that will determine whether or not Fodlan falls. Can't you see that the time for secrets has passed?
It is true that there is a group of people who have slithered in the darkness and threatened the peace of Fodlan since ancient times. I am sure you have heard the stories of a man named Nemesis.
Wielder of the Sword of the Creator, I guess.
Nemesis, the King of Liberation. He's the hero to whom the goddess gave the Sword of the Creator.
Nemesis was originally the leader of a group of bandits. He plundered the Holy Tomb and stole the remains of the progenitor god. When Nemesis appeared in Xanadu some time later, he already wielded the Sword of the Creator.
How did he get it then?
According to legend, the goddess gifted him the sword to fight against the evil gods.
I do not know how Nemesis obtained the sword, or why he appeared in Xanadu, but he used that sword to massacre the people there, the children of the progenitor god. From their corpses he gained even more power, and brought war to Fodlan.
That's completely different from what the legends tell us about Nemesis.
A mere bandit like Nemesis would not have been capable of anything so monstrous on his own.
Aha! So Nemesis had accomplices. And those accomplices must have been those who slither in the dark. They used Nemesis. And this time, they used the Imperial Army to once again bring war to Fodlan. I finally get it. And I even understand why Edelgard was associating with them. Just as they were trying to use the Empire was trying to use them. Rhea, there's still a mountain of things I need to ask you. And I will. But I'll leave all of that for another day.
Boo.
You must be weak after living in confinement for so long. Please, rest for a while. My friend, let's prepare for battle. We need to strike Shambhala as soon as possible.
You must not allow Fodlan's bloody history, the Red Canyon tragedy, to repeat itself.
Loving that join in the background image there. Subtle. Is this going to open up into another month?
It occurs to me that we never got an answer from Rhea about the children of the goddess.
People of Xanadu?
She did say that the people of the Red Canyon were the children of the progenitor god, so I suppose so. But those evil guys continued to plot their revenge even after the Red Canyon tragedy. Does that mean some of the children of the goddess, or their descendants, are still alive?
Yeah, they are. Rhea, Flane, and or me. Where's the all of the above option? Let's go with Flane, because I like her more.
If there's something special about her blood, we can't rule out the possibility. What are these children anyway? And how are they connected to the goddess? I almost disappeared into the bottomless swamp that is my mind. I thought that after we defeated the Empire, I'd be able to see that sight I longed to see. I've told you about my dreams before. I want to break down the wall separating Fodlan from the outside world. The sight I want to see lies beyond that. Honestly, it's a trivial thing to fixate on. Just people, gathered in their towns, living out their lives together, sometimes laughing, sometimes fighting. But the people living there aren't just citizens of Fodlan. There are people from Dagda, Bridget, and even Dusker and Srang. There could be people who were born in Elmyra, or countries even farther east there, too. All of those people living together like it's nothing special at all. That's the sight I long to see. It's so simple, but still so far away. But this is no time for complaining. We need to focus on capturing Shambhala. Let's hurry up and gather everyone together.
So another battle.
So, you mean to tell me that Fodlan will fall to ruin if we leave those guys be?
If this map is reliable, their base is just south of my family's territory.
This story is a bit much to believe. And yet...
It does ring true, somehow.
Remember Monica, the one who killed Gerald, and the old man who was masquerading as Tomas? They were their allies, and the Flame Emperor and the Death Knight were merely their pawns.
Yeah, we never found out who the Death Knight was, and that bothers me.
The people who were after my blood? They were also the ones who used me to conduct their blood experiments.
As awful as it sounds, they're seemingly fond of using blood in their secret techniques.
Ugh, that's really gross. I could never be friends with someone like that.
I believe they were also responsible for the Javelin of Light that destroyed Fort Mercedes.
Hold up, boy. Do you really think that we can win against such powerful foes?
I don't know. But we have to try, don't we?
It's for the future.
We've really taken on something big. I wonder if our names will go down in history.
I'd imagine so at this point.
My heroic name, passed down to future generations? A worthy cause indeed.
Go away.
They were trying to use the Imperial Army to plunge Fodlan into war, but we nipped that in the bud. Now we just need to tear out their roots, and I know we have what it takes to do it.
Okay. Is this battle gonna be the last battle?
Part 2. Verdant Wind. Blue Sea Moon. The city without light. Immediately following Edelgard's defeat, the Alliance Army discovers the existence of another adversary, a group operating behind the scenes within the Empire. Claude suspects that if the true enemy is left unchecked, disaster will befall Fodlan, and so he cuts short the celebration and the troops head for Shambhala, where this foe resides.
I'm so tired. But I also really want to finish this. And this is my last chance, so 2:30 in the morning, another battle. Here we go, I guess. Oh, not another month. You have got to be kidding me. Ah!
I just don't get it.
What is it, Claude?
Those javelins of light. They were trying to use it to kill us at Fort Mercius, right? But then why not drop it on Garreg Mach? They must have known for a while that we were here.
It is not that they chose to refrain, but rather that they were unable to do so.
Rhea, how are you feeling?
I am well enough. I cannot afford to rest while Fodlan is in danger.
What do you mean when you say they couldn't drop a javelin of light here?
Once, a very long time ago, a massive ball of light fell upon this monastery. However, that light mysteriously changed course in mid-air and landed in Aelel instead.
Aelel, the Valley of Torment. So that's what the wreckage of those javelins of light looks like.
Cheery.
The Holy Tomb is not only the location of the progenitor god's eternal slumber, but also a sacred vessel for a power that repels evil.
Convenient plot point is convenient.
Supposedly, the progenitor god built the Holy Tomb herself to protect her children from the evil light.
So the children of the goddess gathered in Xanadu because of its proximity to the monastery? But we've fought at distant locations many times.
Despite that, the javelins of light only fell on Fort Mercius.
In his letter, Hubert said that he detected their magic when the fort fell. In other words, because they used a javelin of light, Hubert was able to pinpoint the location of their base.
So they didn't use it before then because they didn't want us to know where their base is?
In any case, those javelins of light must be something they can't just use whenever they want. And they finally decided to use one at Mercius, where they were sure they'd be able to finish us off. It's only thanks to the whims of the Death Knight that we escaped with our lives. And no javelins of light have fallen since then.
It's possible that the enemy hasn't yet realized that we've learned the location of their base.
If so, their guard may be down, which makes this the perfect time for a surprise attack.
I will accompany you.
What? No, that would be far too dangerous. Your long confinement weakened you greatly, did it not?
Those people have opposed us since ancient times. I wish to learn the truth about them for myself.
I understand. I will not stop you, but please take care not to overexert yourself.
We don't know exactly what we're up against here, but having you around is very reassuring, Rhea.
Is it though?
Let's prepare to strike at Shambhala before they make their next move.
Oh dear lord. I really thought this was going to be the end. And yet here we are. So, you know, loud screaming noises. I'm gonna save here for a minute. I'm gonna take a quick break, save my progress. I really thought this was going to be the last episode, but no! Oh, I hope this next battle's the last one. I don't want the game to end, but I want to sleep. Apparently this is the way to wean me off video games. So, until the next one, I guess, thanks for watching, and good night. Sleep better than I am.